Hey folks, how you guys doing? Today I'm well out here in a beautiful neck of the woods. I'm gonna start it off by letting you see my face, but I'm gonna flip it around so you can kind of see what I'm seeing right now as we begin this. As we begin this conversation. This conversation today, you know, is really based upon what are you seeing? What are you seeing in your neck of the woods? Let's just be honest. What are you seeing? What are you seeing in your neck of the woods that's guiding your thoughts, your perspectives for right now, for the decisions that you're making right now? What are you seeing? That's the question. That's the question. What road are you on? What are you seeing? What road in life are you on right now? Today. That's the question. I'm just showing you a glimpse of the road I'm on today, out in the office of God's creation. I guess, just, taking it in, actually getting a little exercise right now. This is what I'm seeing currently. This is what I see frequently. But what are you seeing? But here's the thing though. My views has changed. What I see changes. When I go to different places, I see different things. I see a lot of different things. When I go to Colorado, I see mountains. I see tall mountains. I see, multiple, I see things from a different elevation. Literally. Because it's a lot higher elevation. It's thousands of feet difference from here. From here to Colorado, to the top of, Pikes Peak, from here to there, that's 14,000 miles. 14,000 feet difference. That's a big perspective. That's a massive shift. But if we're looking at Colorado Springs, that's 6,000 feet above sea level. So it's about 5,000 and a half, roughly, higher elevation than from here. So when I'm seeing that, my perspective is definitely, literally more elevated, right? But that's me. When I go down to Indianapolis, when I go to Fort Wayne, when I drive through Chicago, when I go to Wisconsin, the perspectives shift. They shift. When I go to Virginia and the Appalachian Mountains, my perspective shifts and I adjust them accordingly. But the thing about it is, though, is do I allow my perspective of what I'm seeing to affect what it is I got to get done? So I say, well, once upon a time I did. Let's be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. Once upon a time, what was in front of me was what was happening. It was what was happening. That was the range of my consciousness, of my awareness. What was in front of me. As I've grown, as I've elevated in life, as I've aged, as I've gotten older by the grace of God, what I see, my perspective has graduated, has shifted. Now that's me. That's not everybody. It would be nice to think that everyone did the same thing, but the reality of it is not everybody does not. But my question to you today is, do you? What's in front of you right now? That's put it in the comments. I really engage with the video. I want to hear from you guys. For real. Engage with me. What are you looking at right now? How's it affecting you? How's it affecting your decisions? Building businesses, building your family, your health. What's right in front of you? What are you looking at? And how's it affecting the decisions that you're making going forward? Because here's the thing, here on Wealth, on Well, my focus is let's grow together. Let's grow together. Let's not stay stuck in this is how we've always done it. And let's actually take things to a greater height, and let's elevate the conversations. Let's elevate the engagements, the people that I'm talking to, that I'm dealing with. You know, I had a meeting last week. It was last week before last with a good brother, Marty Moran down there from down there around Indianapolis area. He came up out the Food by the Word country, and we sat down and we spent some time fellowshipping. It was really great. Thing about Marty that you got to keep in mind, Marty is 76 years old. I'm like, that is so inspirational for me. I'm like, it's not over for me. I'm 52 years old. He's 24 years older than me. I'm like, I mean, to talk to Marty and to engage with Marty, you think Marty was in his 50s, but here it is. He's 76 years old, and he's still out here engaging. He's still growing. He's still. I'm like, it's so awesome. He's still learning. He's still, elevating. I'm like, it's so inspirational. So inspirational. Not just inspirational in the context of oh, that's neat, that's nice. No, inspirational of real life. Real everyday life. Okay. The story's not over with. The story's not over with. This chapter. These chapters are just those are just chapters in the book, but it's not the book. The chapter's not the book. The chapter is not the book. If you don't take nothing away from today's episode of Well, just understand the chapter is not the book. The chapter is not the book, people. The chapter is not the book. Understand, this chapter, these verses, that's not the book. It's not the book, not at all. What God is doing, what He created you for. This is just a portion. This is a chapter. This is just a, this is just this, this is not the book. It's not the whole story. That's the bottom line. This is not the whole story. And the fact that it's not the whole story means that there's more to do. There's more to come. There's more to come. There's more that we get to do. We still have opportunity. We still have opportunities. Multiple opportunities. Especially in this day and age. Multiple. We have multiple opportunities to engage. What's in front of us. If what's in front of you is not an environment that you can thrive in, you have to, let's have that conversation. The reality of it is, if you're unable to change your environment, is it really that you're unable to, or is it that you're unwilling to? Let's ask the question. Say, well, are you unable to, or are you unwilling to? Two different things. Two different things. Now, if you're unwilling to, well, now, you better get willing, because today is not forgiving. That's the other thing about this environment that we're in. Now, here's the thing. Even like this beautiful environment that I'm looking at right now, right? It's not forgiving. This environment does not forgive you. If you walk out there in this meadow, trust me, and it's not flat, for one. It's got ruts in it. If you walk out there and twist your ankle, you probably will twist your ankle, for one. You're going to get bit up by bugs or by other critters. You never know. There's a lot of life going on out there, and it's going to taste you. It's going to say, "Oh, that's a big flower. Let me taste that flower." It's going to bite you. It's not forgiving. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, extremely beautiful, but it's extremely unforgiving. It's the wild. It's the wild, literally. It is literally the wild. We're beautiful kittens, cute little kittens. We'll go out and kill a, cute little chipmunk and eat it immediately. I say this because I see this, That's the thing about living out on a farm. You see these sorts of things. You know, the cute little bunny rabbit, you know, hopping. Next thing you know, cat jump out, you know, or a fox or a coyote or something get it. That cute little bunny is somebody's meal. You know, it's beautiful, but it's not forgiving. You know, nature is not forgiving. Nature is not forgiving by any means. Life is not forgiving. You know, so you see the perspective I'm looking at right now, and you say, oh, he's lucky. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm standing on the road right now. If I decide to walk out there in this meadow, my personal condition is going to change quite a bit. You know, some ticks jump on me. You know, there's a variety of things that are going to occur. You know, it's not going to stop me. That's why I'm out here walking. I love to hike. You know, but you got to come prepared. You got to be prepared. The clothing that you put on, the equipment that you're using, you know, the protective equipment that you're putting on, you know, various things. You know, you can't just say, oh, that's pretty, I'm gonna go out there. Well, you can, but there's a consequence. Okay? There's a consequence. The perspective of what's in front of you. But does it make me afraid? No. None of what I said makes me afraid. Not me personally, but that's me. I can't project that on you. I would love for you to be able to walk sometimes, you know, with and partake of my not being afraid of certain things. That don't make me greater than, that's me. I'm not afraid, but I'm aware. I'm leery. I'm cautious. I'm protective of the fact that I'm not afraid of what's out there, but I'm also aware that I have to protect myself when I go out there. And why am I going out there? You know, that's nature. That's their domain. That's their domain. So if I go into their domain, I cannot be afraid. I can't be upset with them when they bite me. When I go into their domain. Now, when they come into my domain, and I step on them and squash them or whatever, you know, it's going to happen. You know, so, but what's in front of you? What are you looking at right now? I'm asking it again. What are you looking at right now? What's in front of you right now? What is your perspective right now? Comment. Talk to me. Let me know. Let me know. And in this video today, you know, this episode of Well, you know, I really want you to engage. I'm letting you in to my neck of the woods. You know, I invite you in from different places. Connect with us. You know, like, share, subscribe. You know, follow us, and let's get these numbers up. Help us get these numbers up on our channel. This is, you know, this is what we do. You know, we invite you into what we do at Food by the Word Media. You know, where we go, where we travel. You know, we're talking business. We do that over on our business channel. You know, but like, share, subscribe, follow us, and let's get it going. God bless you.